In this tutorial, I'll show you how to convert quadratic equations over to standard form. In the first question, we're asked to convert the factored form quadratic equation to standard. Now, just before we begin, standard is when you have the equation looking like this, where you have y is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c. So with that being said, starting with question 1a, we have y is equal to, in parentheses, x plus 2, and again in parentheses, x minus 9. So to figure this out, what we will do is take this x value and multiply it into this one and that one. So I have x times x makes x squared. X times negative 9 is negative 9x. And then again, you take the next term within this group and you multiply it the same way. So 2 times x is positive 2x, and 2 times negative 9 makes negative 18. Some teachers describe this method as FOIL. At this point, you want to combine the middle two terms because they are alike. Notice that they both have the letter x. So negative 9 plus 2 makes negative 7x. You retain the variable, and everything else remains the same. So what we have here, y is equal to x squared minus 7x minus 18, is the standard form of this quadratic. Let's do question B. So in question B, it's a little more complicated because we have this factor of negative 2. Whenever you have a situation like that where the number is on the outside and you have these two parentheses, just worry about multiplying the parentheses first. So I will do the exact same technique as before, and then I'll worry about the negative 2. 4n times 3n makes 12n squared, and I'll show the arrows. 4n times 3 is positive 12n. Negative 1 times 3n is negative 3n, and negative 1 times positive 3 is negative 3. Again, you'll notice that the terms in the middle are the same, they're alike. So I'll write down 12n squared, that hasn't changed. 12 minus 3 is 9n, so positive 9n. Don't forget the symbol, okay? That's really important. Plus 9n minus 3. Now I told you to ignore this factor up until this point. So at this point, you want to place this in parentheses and then worry about the negative 2. So we will be expanding and multiplying this negative 2 into all three of the terms. Negative 2 times 12 makes negative 24n squared. Negative 2 times 9n is negative 18n, and negative 2 times negative 3 makes positive 6. So your equation is y is equal to negative 24n squared minus 18n plus 6. So that is factored form. Now, what if you want to convert from vertex form over to standard form? These two are both in vertex form, and it's very much the same. You just got to keep in mind that whenever you have these parentheses being raised to the power of 2, you simply write it down as, in this case, x plus 4, x plus 4. I doubled the expression because of that power of 2 plus 5. And then you use the same technique as before. And in this case, exactly what we did for B. So with that being said, I will be ignoring that, and I'll multiply x and x together. That's x to the power of 2. X times 4 is 4x, and I'll show the arrow. Then we have 4 times x, again that's 4x, and 4 times 4 is 16. Place this in parentheses because you still have that negative out there. And you also have that positive 5, which we will worry about shortly. I'm more interested about this part because, remember, we have to follow the order of operations. Brackets need to be evaluated first. So 4x and 4x makes 8x. X squared plus 8x plus 16. And now that we've completely simplified what's inside here, I can now distribute the negative, and don't forget the plus 5, I can distribute the negative into all three of these terms, which flips their sign. So I have negative x squared minus 8x minus 16 plus 5. Minus 16 and the positive 5 are alike. They're both constants. So our final equation becomes y is equal to negative x squared minus 8x minus 11. Now that I've shown you 3 examples, I hope you now have enough knowledge to complete question B. If you still have questions about question B, leave a comment in the comment section and I'll gladly show you how this is done. And so there you have it. That is how to convert quadratics to standard form.